Hey everyone. Um, it's been quite a long time since I've done an update video. I used to do these occasionally, but eventually I stopped because I just found it to be a kind of a pointless practice. I mean, no one really watched the update videos, and I kind of kept going through the same motions with making my content after uploading them, so I felt no need to really continue making update videos. But it just so happens that this time around, I actually have quite a few announcements I'd like to make. Most of them pertain to the future of this YouTube channel, but a few of them also pertain to the future of the person behind this YouTube channel. So, the few subscribers who actually watch me are probably wondering why I'm not on YouTube very much. In my earlier days using the site, I was actually kind of prolific. I mean, I uploaded just about as frequently as I could, but over the years, I've kind of struggled to figure out exactly what kind of content I wanted to continue making. In the beginning, it was easy. I mean, for those of you watching who don't know, I started off my YouTube channel in 2012 making Angry German Kid parodies on top of compilations of other people's animations and pretty half-baked movie reviews. It all got a bit too monotonous for me, and eventually I decided I wanted to try my hand at making more original content. Of course, like every now and then, I'd still make memes and shit posts, but I wanted to stand out a little bit more. So I began working on sharing original films that I've made. Of course, I still upload these every now and then, but over the past few years, I've been suffering from a rather serious creative drought. It's like I'm finding it hard to even have fun with what I'm doing sometimes, much less coming up with inspired creative ideas. I never want to feel like making videos or art is a chore, you know? That's probably why the vast majority of my videos nowadays are just shitposts or memes, and the content that takes actual effort and care is becoming more and more infrequent. My ability to upload on this channel is widely inconsistent, and because of this, on top of my failure to innovate or make any kind of creative content, I've noticed that my subscriber count has stayed stagnant for at least the past 3 years. But the other thing that's holding me back is that life kind of has me by the neck. I'm going to college full time right now, and when I don't have papers and assignments out the wazoo, I'm trying to meet new people and work on my social skills. I'm trying to improve myself in multiple areas, and I'm just trying to have fun, like indulging in some of my hobbies a bit. I've even taken up writing movie reviews again, and also I recently got into making original music, which I do intend to upload in the near future. Which brings me to my next point. If my videos were any indicator, I love horror movies, especially of the indie, underground, and amateur variety. These were the kinds of movies that got me into filmmaking in the first place, and I've always wanted to have some kind of platform where I could review and or promote some of the more interesting titles I watched. Now granted, this also means dredging through a lot of shitty, terrible movies, but that's all part of the fun, you know? So, about 3 years ago, I started writing detailed, articulate reviews of amateur horror movies on a blogspot page of mine called To Obscurity and Beyond. To this day, I've uploaded nearly 60 reviews on the website. Obviously, I don't upload there very frequently, but I always enjoy getting to sit down and just watch movies and then write about my thoughts and my feelings on them. If you're interested in reading what I have available, I'll actually link the website in the description. But recently, I've been considering starting to do video reviews of the titles I've already covered, and then, on top of that, the titles I plan to cover in the future. So if anybody's interested in this, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts, like leave them in the comments. Additionally, I also really love making original music, and currently I'm working on kickstarting my solo alternative metal project, MTF, which is by far one of the most personal projects I've ever put any work into. Every single song I write and compose comes from the bottom of my heart, and I found that it's a great emotional output. Over the past year, I've occasionally uploaded like rough demos and unfinished mixes, but in the future, I plan on actually dropping an album. It's still being recorded and mixed right now, of course, but it is coming in the future. It would be ideal to finish the album this year, but I don't want to rush anything. I mean, I really want to put my all into this project. And of course, I will also still be making new films. Mind you, I'm actually going to university to get a degree in film and TV. So this will probably result in a lot of experimental works, like some of my more recent films have been. I'm still going to be making films that I actually want to make. This June, in order to commemorate the 10-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, I will be releasing Shot on Video Films, a retrospective. This is a video essay slash documentary where I'll be looking back on every film I've ever made, including all of my lost works. I thought it'd be great to look back on everything and just talk about the production of each film and what they all mean to me personally, you know? As I said, I have a lot of things on my plate, so it won't exactly be easy trying to stick to this new agenda of uploading content. Over the past few years, on top of just being really busy in general, life has just been becoming tougher for me as I've just been kind of struggling to find out who I am and what exactly my purpose in life is. You know, all my life I've only wanted to entertain people and tell stories. That is what I feel is my sole purpose. And I always found film and music to be a solid medium for expressing myself creatively and personally. But I was always worried that I was never going to be able to get to people or entertain them. Some people watch my films and greatly enjoy them. Some watch my films and despise them. Either way, I'm glad that people are checking out my work, but sometimes I can't help but wonder if anyone would ever think to look any deeper into the personal expression I put into some of my work. For example, when I uploaded Videovore last year, that was, at the time, the most dark and personal work I've ever made. Not just because of the violence and the extremity of the content, but because of the deeper meaning behind it. You see, Videovore was literally a product of my nightmares and my self-consciousness, and the intention of the film was to reflect how sometimes we tend to try to suppress our inner thoughts, but only for them to resurface and sometimes take over us in catastrophic ways. You see, since I was really young, I knew that on the inside, I was a female. Obviously, on the outside, I'm not, but I've always wanted to break free and have the freedom to express my true identity and to just be myself. But so many factors were playing against me, with the biggest thing being my fear of what people would think of me. For years and years, I was afraid of seeing nothing but derision from my peers and even my close friends and family members, so I tried to suppress that inner identity and be what everyone else seemingly wanted me to be. But since I've tried to do that, that identity just kept resurfacing, and eventually it got to the point where it was taking my mind over. It was just about killing me on the inside. So eventually, after I finished Videovore, I decided that I had to just embrace it. You can't and shouldn't keep yourself from being who you are, because your identity is pretty much the only thing that you have full control of. So, yeah, there you go. I am transgender and I identify as a female. But Videovore isn't just about my struggles with finding myself and coming out. Ultimately, Videovore is about letting negativity get the better of you. Granted, the way I represented all of this in the film was pretty extreme, but the reason for this was to accentuate just how bothersome or how overwhelming these thoughts can get, to the point where we're literally driven insane. Luckily, the film has actually done quite well over the past year that it's been online. It's gotten over 1,000 views on YouTube, which alone just amazes me. And then I go onto websites like Letterboxd, and I see a lot of people reviewing it, and even including it in their lists of the most disturbing movies ever made. Words can't express how grateful I am that people seem to appreciate and enjoy the film. Regardless of what I think of myself, I'm happy to see that I'm having an influence on some. But at the same time, I think it's easy to see why this may be surprising to me. I don't know. I never really saw myself as an influential person, and I still struggle with my confidence a lot to this day, with little things and with big things. A lot of the things I've experienced throughout my childhood have kind of affected my ability to respect myself, and no matter how much some people seem to appreciate the things I do, I still found it hard to give myself credit for anything. But I hope that as I continue to move forward with this YouTube channel, I can reach my goal of continuing to entertain you all. Hypothetically, if I were to, for some strange reason, make it big on this website, I wouldn't want to let the fame or the exposure get to my head. I would still strive to be the person that I am and to not change myself for anyone or anything. So, to anyone who has watched my videos in the past, or subscribed to me, who has liked or disliked my videos, who has left nice comments, who has left ugly comments, whatever, thank you. Thank you so much. At one point, I actually mentally debated deleting or abandoning this channel. To be honest, I'm glad I didn't. I wasn't considering the people out there who actually enjoyed my content while I was having that mental debate, so to say. But hey, this video exists because I want all of you to know that I greatly appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to the future of this YouTube channel. If you have any thoughts, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see on this channel in the near future. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody.